Okay, here we go live from Sorrento Surf Lifesaving Club. In the background you can see a lot of activity. There's the co-host Claire sitting there in all her glory, and here's David, one of our members who comes from Cairns.
How you going? Yep.
So it's very good to have him here, and we're going to and very interesting ones. The first question from David Whitmer. Can you tell us about paddle leashes? Important, need to use. Can you tell us which PFD to use? Okay, and I can see Willem Plinster is pretty late and cold. He's here. Alex Bennett's here. That's fantastic to hear you guys here. Okay, so tell us about paddle leashes. I'm not a big fan of paddle leashes. I'd rather have a ankle leash or on the calf leash. In life-saving and paddling, I never really use a leash as much as most people, because I really never let go of my boat. If I'm out in the ocean, I really hold on. The problem is I paddle a lot of times by myself in very cold conditions, so I dress appropriately, and if I have to rely on a leash and it snaps, I know I've got a long swim, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 kilometers inshore in Porto. So that's why. But I suggest, if you haven't been born in a surf ski, really use an ankle leash. The only time I used a paddle leash is when I was fishing on a fishing ski. The fish pulls you around and you lose your equipment. So that's the question. PFD, that's important. I always wear that. And what I find, if you want a PFD that really works well, it should have a crotch strap, and that when you fall off, that it doesn't go up underneath your chin, and a lot of the PFDs go under your chin. So if I know I'm going to do a few remounts, so you want to have a PFD that doesn't make you too hot, and it must be light. I mean, the Nello PFD is really well designed. It's a Sycamore. It's very simple. It's made by a German company that know what they're talking about, and that's the one I use. You can come listen. I'm just doing a podcast. There's Arrow. Okay, one of my paddling friends intrigued that I paddle a stable surf ski. This is from Leonardo Lienhars. Epic V8 Pro. Well, of course I do, since it's my only surf ski, but he thinks that I'm doing well in races, therefore insists I should change to a faster ski. That is a fantastic question. Never ever go to a faster ski, because it'll actually make you go slower. So what I suggest, the best remedy to see if you're ready for the next level of surf ski, it's very simple. You want to put at least 4 to 5 centimeters in your current unstable, your stable ski. Okay, understand? So you're going to put butt pads about this much in your surf ski, in your stable surf ski. Paddle that, and if you can paddle with that in rough conditions, you're ready to go up to the next move. So many people make the same mistake. They think they're improving because they're in a nice stable boat, because they can. With a stable boat, you don't have to think about anything. Your technique gets better, and when your technique's better, you go faster. Believe you me. As soon as you get unstable, your technique gets worse and you get slower. So many people paddle narrower boats and actually go slower. I'm testament to the race 3 weeks ago. I did a 30k race. I was in a 520, which is our slowest boat, or our slowest, what I can say, and I was 1.5 minutes behind my brother Herman on a V14. So there's the difference. It's not a big difference, but the most important thing is you'll have more fun. Listen, guys, if you're not going to win the race, rather have fun in the race. And having fun in the race means that you don't have to worry about falling out or doing anything. Guys, I don't understand it. If I'm not going to win a race, I'll even use a 515. I'll even use a 520. That's what I'll use. If you're going to win the race and you're really pushing the numbers, then maybe go. But never compromise stability before ability. So that's the way. And it's funny, I taught my guys in China how to paddle a K1. They came from a sea kayak background. And what happened was I just got them, and eventually they had a block of foam 5 inches thick in their sea kayak. They paddled that, and they got better and better and better. And they paddled, and within 3 weeks they were in a K1. So it can be done. So that's a very interesting question. So again, remember, stability before ability. Don't try and move up unless you can sit in your boat with at least 4 to 5 centimeters of padding. Okay, Rod Davies, when the race planned 5-day period, do you taper properly? Okay, people talking about this tapering and things like that, it's a bit different when you're over 40 and over 50. Tapering doesn't mean a whole lot because we do a lot of math training, so we're always nice and comfortable. The same thing happens when you taper. Your taper must include a lot more technique. You're not going to get fit in the last 5 days, so don't try and train hard one of a 5-day taper. So don't think that because I didn't. You can see that in the last 5 days you have a few extra days rest and you spend much more time doing technique, because technique is going to make you faster and not getting tired. So rather relax and have fun in the last 5 days, then do a proper taper. They say the older you get, the quicker your muscles degenerate. So that's why we don't try and stop completely. We actually paddle a little bit, do a little bit of technique, and you're not going to go backwards and go slower. And don't paddle too hard, and I'm sure you're going to be fine. Let's have a look. I understand that walk is a warm-up, but the rest, instead of to be done at MAF or not, please. Okay, so the question is, because I always recommend to do exercise, just push-ups, sit-ups, burpees just before you go to bed, because what happens is it just makes your muscles work, and then while you're sleeping and recovering, it burns a lot of fat. That's what I want to do. And also, you don't want the muscles that you don't use in paddling. You want to just make sure they're always working all the time. So I normally do that morning and evening, just to get your body going. And again, a few push-ups, a few squats, and a few burpees gets all the muscles going, because as we get older, muscles tend to sag and don't get as fit and firm. That's what I'm trying to put in. Some of those already answered in the group. Good to be. And we got to say a shout out to Karen Smith. Karen Smith is one of the original paddlers. She's paddling the Murray Marathon, and we have to shout out to her and say good luck. 500 kilometers in 5 days or 4 days. It's unbelievable. I wouldn't be able to do it. I mean, I would be able to do it, but I wouldn't feel nice about it. And wish her luck. She's been following the program, and she's on the rest side of it. And her times have got better because she's listening to what I have taught her, and that's what we're trying to do, is make people improve and get faster without paddling harder. That's the secret. I mean, at the moment I'm here in Perth. Here it's nice and warm. The only thing is I can't beat my rib problem, but I'll try and manage it. I'm not killing myself. Enjoying the sun, getting vitamin D. The secret on the sun is make sure that you only stay in the sun when your shadow is longer than you standing up. So that's a trick. As I say, we don't want to make our podcast too long. I hope you enjoyed that, because this is much easier for the people that aren't here. I see Terry there. You should be here by Wednesday, Terry. Coming to do a clinic on Wednesday with David. David will be there on Wednesday as well. You can send me some. There's Tim Altman from Melbourne. Terry knows Tim. He's brought a squad of people. There they go. They're gonna paddle later. And tomorrow is the first race I do. So my taper for tomorrow is just to do it very easy, concentrate on technique. And tomorrow is going to be a bit of a downwind. It's from basically Fremantle Club, 24 kilometers. Should be fun. So today, all I'm going to try and do is take some rest. Going to go and see a physio. Hopefully, he can sort me out. Then Monday, after a hard session, the race is going to be hard, 24 kilometers. Then what you do is take a complete rest Monday, because it's going to take it out on us. Today the weather in Perth is said to be 40 degrees C, which is fairly hot. I've met all the guys, Shaw and partners, and maybe Earl Evans is watching, and Justin Ryan. They're a bit slack. They're catching a boat. Well, I coach some people. They're catching a boat to Rottnest, having a lunch there, and then coming back on the boat. But it's Terry Knowles is arriving tonight into Perth. It's going to be very hot, Terry. So Monday, as I say, we've got a easy day. Tuesday we've got a race. It's 12 Ks. Again, I don't think I've got 2 races. I'll see how I feel, but again, I'll only go math and concentrate on technique. Wednesday will be an off day, and I'm just doing a morning clinic on Wednesday morning. Thursday we've got another race, which is another 12K Sunset Series race. And again, I've got to see. I don't think I'm going to go very hard. Again, I'll probably do math paddle. Still go fairly hard, but right close to my math, so I don't use all my energy for Saturday's race. Saturday's prediction for the doctor looks good. It looks like we're going to have about 15 to 20 knots, which is fantastic, and that's 27 kilometers, and hopefully I can paddle fairly well, but it's going to be a tough race. It's always hot here, but it's been fun, and we've got to thank Sean Partner Financial Services for putting on the doctor, and I think they've got a record entry of 450 paddlers, so that is fantastic. Dean Gardner does a very good job, and we put take a hat off to him. Everything seems to work perfectly. Well organized race, and bring it on. I won't go too long now. Thanks for those guys here. David, thank you for being here and enjoying it, and Claire and the boys, and I'm going to do a little clinic now, try and get some technique into the guys and how to race the doctor to do it faster without as much using it too much energy. Cheers for now, and we'll do another podcast probably on Friday